Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Oh, I'm super excited what we're going to do today. We together are going to take a bath. Now, before you come to any conclusions, a sound bath, which is designed to relax you, heal you, do so many different things. And this is what she does, Minna's Soul Vibrations. Minna Boyce is back with us. So great to have you back here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Steve. How are you doing?
Wonderful. And this is all part of energy healing. You are a Reiki master. Sound healing, sound baths is just a part of that. And when we've gotten together before, you've talked about the different types of instruments you use, what type of gongs, singing crystal bowls, and all of that. Do we want to go for the sound bath sooner than later and then kind of recap and kind of explain everything and maybe what I felt, what I experienced? Does that sound good?
That sounds wonderful.
Awesome. Before we do this, tell us what we're about to see. And since we're not supposed to be talking, we're supposed to be closing our eyes and listening. What's actually going on here?
What'll be actually going on is I will start and have you take a couple deep breaths and get you into the zone and have you focus on something peaceful. And then I will start playing the different instruments. And long as I'm playing the instruments, just focus more on what your body's feeling and being in your peaceful place. And then once it's over, then we can discuss how you felt, what you experienced, and if there's questions about different instruments that you heard, different sounds, because they sound different from what they look like when your eyes are closed and you're enjoying them.
Mhm.
I can explain which ones were used.
I'm super excited at the very least of getting 7 minutes during my day to do nothing. now, now add to that potential sound healing, relaxation. Is there an intent with this? I've heard that some who provide sound baths and sound healing, those who play, put an intent into it. Like, I'm going to play for anxiety. I'm going to play for depression. I'm going to play for forgiveness. I'm going to play for chronic pain. Is there any intent here? And whether there is or not, can the sound heal whatever ails you?
Well, with the intention, when I do sound baths, I have each individual person choose their own intention. If you were
Hmm.
at a sound bath, I'd actually have you write your intention on a piece of paper
Wow.
and slide it in your pocket or hold it in your hand, whatever. And when I do the sound bath, you focus on your intention because they're group sessions. It's kind of hard for the player to actually pick a certain thing. So the playing is sort of general so that everybody gets a little bit of whatever it is and they will resonate with what they need as I play. Individual sessions, that's where I more focus on what their intention is and I play towards that intention. So that's what the difference is.
Are the principles here similar to Reiki? It's my understanding that when you go for a Reiki session, whether it's virtual or in person, that the Reiki master, of which you are, just sends the energy in and invariably the energy goes where it needs to go.
Correct. That is correct.
Mhm. Interesting. So let us begin. I'm going to set an intention for myself. Everybody else listening and or watching should do the same, right?
Yes, they should.
Hmm.
I'm going to have everyone go ahead and take a nice deep breath and then exhale. Take another nice deep breath. This time I want you to release anything you're holding on to, just let it go. One more nice deep breath. Release anything else you're holding on to, just let it go. I'd like you to choose a very peaceful, calming place that you like to go to, whether it's near the water, the woods, wherever is peaceful. As long as you're focusing on your peaceful place and whatever your intention is, I'm going to start to play. Welcome to Minna's Soul Vibrations. I'm going to play a few instruments for you today.
Wow.
What'd you think?
I think I'm going to play that over again. I'll be back in 7 minutes. Um, lots of thoughts with that. Very relaxing. But I found myself like the mind is always thinking of other things. Every time I were to think about something, I didn't want to think about anything. I just want to be in the moment and enjoy. When you would hit something, beep, I'm back. And then if my mind just, occasionally wandered off over here, excuse me, you might try a different bowl. And by the way, my eyes were closed. I didn't see exactly what you were playing, but when you would hit another note, I would come back and I would be focused on really nothing, maybe the intention a little bit here and there, but I was focused on the notes and that's where I wanted to be. I don't want to be thinking of anything. Am I thinking right in what I'm describing here?
Everybody is different on how it affects them. And with it, as I'm playing the notes and playing the different instruments, as you started to wander, it brought you right back. So that was giving you the peace that you needed. It was helping your mind to quiet. Even though it didn't want to, it kept helping it to quiet it down. If it would have been a full, like, 25-minute session, your mind would have completely quieted.
Oh.
Once you listen to it for a very long period of time, the mind will just give up. After a while, it just quits.
And I think that's reasonable to say that because after, that was 7 minutes. I think after a while, it's as if my mind gave up or was conditioned to say, stop. This is better. We want to stay here. It's relaxing. Um, wow. If I were to play that again, and what about if I put it on repeat and played it like, 4 times, whatever, get me to an hour, closer to. Would that work or does it have to be a variation? Does that
No,
make sense?
you could repeat it. If you wanted to sit and listen to it over and over for a while, as long as you just relax.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
The different instruments do different things. Like when I start out with the crystal singing bowls, that's to help start to get you into the zone and get your chakras to start to open and to get your mind to start to settle.
Wow.
Then when I switched into the steel drum, which was the higher pitch kind of notes that you were hearing after the crystal bowls, It's actually a steel drum. And that'll put you into a different frame. Then when I start playing the gong in the Tibetan bowls, that starts helping you release whatever you're holding on to. So if you're holding on to a lot of stress and you're all tensed up, playing that for an extended period of time will actually start to help your body release and let go of that, which when you do that, if you're very tense, you'll start to feel all of a sudden you'll start to rotate your head, move your shoulders. Your body will actually respond as it's releasing once you play it for a while.
Wow.
And then at the end, I use the chimes, which helps bring you back and put you back into a peaceful place after the releasing.
Okay, so that's why you do that. I've heard that done before, the chimes. So the chimes are more of a bring you back kind of sound.
The chimes help because once you do releasing, like gongs helps your body release. They naturally, when you start playing them, any stress, tension, anything that's going on, muscle pain, it just really helps your body release in a very quick manner. Once you've done the release, we want you to come back to a peaceful place. We don't want to leave you in a release state. We want you to come back so that you're more here and now in a more peaceful place. So that's why the C and G crystal singing bowls, which is a perfect fit, you play that towards the end to help bring somebody back and put them back into a peaceful place. And the chimes do the same thing. They're very mellow and it brings you back into a peaceful place from the release.
There's more to this than I thought. The perception is she's just playing some stuff and the energy is going out there, but apparently not. There's a method to this. But when it comes down to the actual playing, Minna, how do you know what to play?
Um, it kind of depends. Like if I go to a sound bath, I always bring an array of different instruments. I could have an ocean drum, my crystal bowls, gongs, chimes, Tibetan bowls, a regular drum, rain sticks. I have seed pods that sound like rain if you shake them. And it's like I get a feel for what they need. And I just sort of start to play. And as I play and I'm watching what people are doing, it kind of directs me into what they need next on what I'll actually select. Sometimes I bring instruments and I don't use them because that's not what they need. But if it's something they do, it's usually readily available.
So you're actually looking at the person you're playing for and picking up on cues?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I learned something there too. I didn't know that was part of it.
Yep.
Interesting. Huh. Let's say somebody wants to, their goal is to release chronic pain. Are you going to play differently for that?
Yes and no. I'll start out the same with the crystal bowls. I do an assessment with a Tibetan bowl, which is me going through 5 different layers of your energy. And I will pick up anything that's stuck as I'm going through the different layers. So if your chakra's closed and it's resonating all the way up to the spirit level, which is the 5th level, that's telling me you've got something major going on. So I will clear that out. And that now will become a focus as I'm working on you to help rectify what's going on and help bring it back to a normal frame.
What I'm learning from you today is that this opens up chakras and clears energy. And I never looked at it in that way. I thought it was more of the sound goes in and heals somehow, but it's doing that and so much more. Had no idea, Minna.
Yeah, it works with your body's natural vibration. The sound does. The Reiki works with the energy, your body's natural energy. The difference between Reiki and sound, besides the energy and the vibration part, is Reiki's more short term where sound will actually stay working with your vibration for 72 hours. So after you have a sound treatment or a sound bath, that vibration is actually still working within your body for the next 72 hours.
And all these terms, sound healing, sound bath, sound session, they're all the same. We're all talking about the same thing.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, that was fantastic. I can't like relaxing, and I did have an intention. I guess time will tell. And again, it was only 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Whether I feel some of the benefits of that. Even in 7 minutes, is it possible to have a breakthrough, a takeaway?
Well, over the next 72 hours, the 7 minutes that you just listened to will be working on different things within your body. So something can change out of nowhere.
Can you, in closing here, tell me different things that people have requested you play for?
Like, be more specific.
Okay, sure. Chronic pain, anxiety, like different things that people have said, I need to work on this, or I need some healing from this. And you played for that.
Yes, I do. Chronic pain, depending on where it is, I usually will get the tuning forks out because that's directly placing them on your body after I tap them. So the vibration goes straight into your body. Tuning forks, actually, the vibration is strong enough that it's like almost 9 times a regular massage. So when you go to a masseuse, it actually goes deeper, quicker, and can break loose very tight muscles a lot quicker in a very short area. So like if I was working on someone's back, say, I'd actually be feeling as I'm going up either side of their spine, how far that vibration is actually traveling up that side of their back. So if it went 4 inches from where I had the fork, the next one I would start 4 inches up and work my way up through. And by the time I get done, it's depending on what's going on with them. It'll either take the pain and just reduce it right down to nothing, or it may just, if they came in with a 7, they might go down to a 4, where now it's more tolerable and they're not hurting as bad.
Wow. We're out of time. One reason we have to go. The other reason, I need a nap. That was so cool. I'm telling you, that was so relaxing and like I've never heard before. And even your video, I wasn't watching it, but because I had my eyes closed, the audio was so perfect and just addictive. Like I wanted more. I need more of that. And that's what we can get. Somebody can reach out to you to get more. How do they do that?
You can reach me by my webpage, minnasoulvibration.com, or you can email me at minnasoulvibration@gmail.com.
And that's vibrations with an S, correct?
Yes.
Minna, thank you so much. That was great. Gotta do it again. And I'll be watching that or listening to that again sometime soon when I take a break. You know, some people take a coffee break, a cigarette break. No, I'm taking a sound break. I'm taking a Minna break. Thank you for that and being here, and we'll catch up next time, okay?
All right. Thank you. Have a lovely day.
You too. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, I mean, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned.
This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.